Oh. Okay, where was I last? Continue. Hopefully nobody starts drilling, so can actually go through this. Oh, hey there. We meet again. Yes, hello. Excuse me for a moment. Got it. Welcome, Miss Riona. Good evening. I'm meeting up with someone. Oh, okay then. How's the car, by the way? My car? Oh, you mean the tire. There's really no need for concern as it was an easy fix. But thank you for asking. My pleasure. May I order a cup of Russian tea? What is that? Russian tea? Russian tea is tea, lemon and cinnamon. I see. I don't have anything to give you, right? Yep. Okay, nothing to give. So, here you go. Russian tea for the lady Russian to deliver. That's a good one. No, it's bad. This is perfect, by the way. Thank you. Oh, so she should update her status. Yep. 18th September. Oh, so by the time the story started, I think her birthday would have passed. Alright, and also just let's check off the drink. Despite the name, it's a totally American drink. Ah, yes, of course. You're welcome. So, who are you meeting with, if I may ask? You should know, shouldn't you? After all, you were tasked to give me his contact info. Ah, that's right. So you two did end up connecting after all. We did, yes. The truth be told, I really wasn't sure about contacting him at all. Why is that? Because as far as I'm concerned, there was no real reason for me to do so. Nevertheless, I sent him an email the following night, right after the completion of my final delivery at 3 am. That's pretty late. A little, but surely no worse than forgetting it altogether. But he replied straight away to my surprise. He had no idea he was such a night owl. Or perhaps just an extremely early bird, right? I wonder if he ever sleeps. That should be a question for you too, miss. Anyhow, he answered me with an apology. He regretted his rudeness from when we first met. Which was another surprise, since I didn't think it was such a matter of concern. You nearly blew up the store, I think, Rihanna. Well, he did return here the next evening looking for you. Did he? Yep, he said so himself. I see. How peculiar. In any case, we exchanged phone numbers and have been texting ever since. Then he said he wants to meet up and speak in person, which is why I'm here now. I'm still not quite sure it's necessary. I mean, maybe he just wants to chat and hang out? Perhaps. I suppose we'll see. Hmm. So, yeah, so Hyde's not coming tonight. Probably for the best, given the circumstances. Is he okay? Yeah, he just wants to take it easy tonight. Understandable. My apologies for these surges. I was hoping it'd become more stable as the days go by, but no need to apologize for something out of your control. That's right, you tried everything you could. I know. Thank you for your understanding. How are you doing, miss? Hey there. Do you manage to resolve your issues with children? Sorry? Oh, I mean the hospital admission problem from the other day? Oh, that. Were you think you're actually having kids, Gala? For a minute there, I thought I had a beef with kids I was unaware of. Sorry for the misunderstanding. No worries, that was funny. It's only been a few days, so not much has changed. How about you? Feeling better? Ah, yes, well, I apologize for the way I acted a few days ago. We all have bad days, so don't worry about it. Thank you. Ah, well, while we're on the topic, I told Officer Georgie what happened to your car. Will you mind pointing out where you believe the incident took place? Sure. It was quite near the police station actually. At a metered spot just outside the now defunct library. Oh, the vacant building at the Bourne intersection? Yes, that's correct. I see. So it's originally a library. You know the area? I know of the property, yeah. It's been abandoned for a long time now. But it's a heritage building, so I often wonder why nothing's being done with it. Since it's located in a very populated, culture-centric neighborhood. That's true. There's even an art college nearby. Right? Then again, I've always found the street a bit odd. Odd how? It's just barren. Especially if you consider the area. And the weird thing is, I feel like it always wasn't always that way. Feel? Don't you mean remember? Nope, exactly what I said. It's a feeling, not a clear memory. Strange, isn't it? That is odd. Well, there used to be a flea market there a long, long time ago. Perhaps that's what you were recalling? Flea market, huh? Hmm. Last time I drove there, I remember seeing nothing but concrete. Oh, wait. There was a single dead tree surrounded by strange trinkets. Dead tree, huh? No idea why I almost forgot about it. It stuck out like a sore thumb. About 8 feet tall, no leaves. It's been there forever too, as far as I know. That hawthorn tree was something of a landmark for us drivers. And the trinkets you spoke of were actually remembrances of sorts. Remembrances? Hold on, I'm just going to recap a bit here, okay? Sure. Your car was vandalized near a metered parking spot in front of an abandoned library on a seemingly deserted street within a busy area that has a large dead tree surrounded by remembrances for some reason. Sounds about right. Except the tree is no longer there. Oh, let me just adjust this book. Come on, hang properly. That's not very good. Hold on, let me also like turn on the AC or something's hot. Oh. Are you serious, Pops? Why wouldn't I be? It's crazy. Good evening, gentlemen. Hey, everyone. Oh boy. I thought I'd be early, but you're already here, lady. Hello. Logos, for the love of all things holy. Tell me my lighter is here. Very in luck, because it is. Hot damn, thank goodness. Would you like me to get it now for you? Nah, it's fine. I'm just glad to know it's here. Just bring it with my drink later. Sure, let me know when you're ready to order. Cheers. Well, well, well. What's up, y'all? What's new? Evening, officer? You were just talking about the spot where Miss Riona's car may have been vandalized. Oh, they got your car too, lady. Yes, but it's not a big issue. Still, sorry you had to experience that. Where do you park your car, miss? Can send you the coordinates if you'd like. That'd be real swell. Got it. Okay. Oh, is it within the area expected or... Pretty much. The same location where I parked mine a week ago. I see. Can rest assured, we already increased patrols in the area. That's great. But I'm the only one doing it at the moment. That sucks. Eh, what's that? Am I hearing you, out of all people, doubting my skill, Logos? No, of course not. I just thought it means an unfortunate increase to your workload. Ah well, them's the breaks I suppose. Anyway, give me your strongest espresso, Logos, and don't forget my lighter. Okay, strong as heck espresso. Just 3 shots of coffee, let's go. Let's give an item. Then the lighter. Dozo. Oh, there it is. Thanks, Logos. You probably think I'm being silly. Oh, what can I say? It's my lucky charm. Yeah. It's borderline superstitious, I know. Don't you have anything of the sort? Well, good reason to be superstitious. Whenever I don't have this with me, things happen. Right. Alright, here comes the strongest espresso in the house. Cheers! Ah, perfect as always. You ready to order? Might as well. So, like something desserty. This is my cheat day. Sure thing. Any specifics in mind? Well, I saw this video of a Spanish hot cocoa drink yesterday. It was so thick, I thought it was chocolate sauce. The name also reminded me of a song. For some reason, I can't remember the title right now. You know, that sounds oddly familiar. For real? Then I have that thick cocoa. It's got milk and a little hot, spicy kick to it. And that would be... What would it be? That drink is a Spanish Sahara. Sorry. Cocoa. Milk and ginger. Oh, that looks fancy. Here comes a cup of Spanish Sahara for you. Oh, so that's what it's called? That's what we call it here at least. Very cool. So, what's the description? Warm and cozy, just like a day in Barcelona. Then bon appetit! Think this is it? Very tasty. Thanks, Logos. You're so welcome. So, Pops. Just earlier, you were telling me about your creepy patrolling experience, right? Was it in the same location where the lady's car was? Creepy patrolling experience? Well, I don't know if I should even talk about it. Because maybe it's just a tad too spooky, even for me. What happened? Tell him, Pops. It's not that big a deal, honestly. Then all the more reason to talk about it, right? Maybe someone here will know something. You got a point there. You all were talking about the area anyway, right? Yep. Well, I've been patrolling there the past few nights. The street itself is fairly straightforward. It's about half a mile round trip from the intersection and back. There's nothing much there either. Concrete sidewalk with metered parking spots, a fence here and there, and an unfinished construction site with a couple of CCTVs dotted about. No tree? What tree? There used to be a dead tree in front of the old library. Huh. Oh, that old dead tree. It was uprooted by the city back in January. Ah. The commercial community decided it wasn't really a good look. So when the city started a massive cleanup project last year, well, they simply voted to get rid of it. I see. What? What's up? You were talking about it earlier and being a decades-old landmark aside, there could be something more to the tree than just, well, being old? You think so? That's what I think after listening to Miss Riona. You expecting something from me, Logos? Huh? Oh, no, no. Sorry if I crossed the line. Seem to know a lot about it and I don't want to mix up the facts. Understand? But I would like to hear the officer's spooky tale first, if you don't mind. Gladly, miss. Almost forgot about me there, huh? So anyway, patrolling on that street is an easy task. Only 4 to 5 cars will park there overnight if, at most. It makes keeping track a breeze. Sounds ideal enough. As expected though, nothing happened the first 2 nights, but yesterday was a different story. Hold on. What a stage setup, hey? Oh, phew, there you go. Thank goodness. Sorry about that. Please continue. Alrighty. Well, I was nearing the end of my shift and I found nothing was amiss. There were only 4 cars parked that night. 2 spaced across the street and 2 by the opposite corner, side by side. My plan was to leave after I walked one last round to make sure everything was okay. And a reminder, you can cover the whole place in only 8 minutes. Okay. Then at the end of my walk, I took a drag on my cigarette. Smug as I was about to clock out, thinking it was another job well done. Right? Wrong, as I was immediately faced with the impossible. 3 cars, 2 side by side, 1 across the street. All tires flattened. The 12 vandalized tires for you. In a span of less than 10 minutes. That is so strange. You take several minutes to flatten just 1 tire. And that's if you're using the right tools. Right? But that wasn't all. Oh no, it wasn't. Because that was when the moment the street lights went out. Suddenly and all at once. What? Right after that, I heard flurries of footsteps and laughter. They were going further and farther away from the scene, and yet I saw nothing at all. Oh. Are you sure? Did CCTV catch anything? The infrareds actually managed to catch something, but the videos weren't clear at all, so I'm still investigating it. Jeez Louise, Pops. That's way spookier than what you told me in the car. But it's cool though. Maybe laughing now, but I almost pissed my pants there, you see. Well, whoever they were, they sure worked fast. Right? Anyway, Logos, I think I want another drink. All that talking is making my throat dry, and coffee just ain't cutting it. Roger that. What would you like? What do you suggest? How about some tea with ginger and honey? Sounds good. Can you use that red flower stuff you have as a base? You mean hibiscus? Definitely. Okay, then I like red flower tea with ginger and a touch of honey. So that should be the right order, right? Oh, hibiscus, ginger, honey. And here you go. One piping hot there, jahe rosella for you. Oh, what does he mean? Jahe means ginger, te means tea, and rosella is roselle, another name for hibiscus. See, legit herbal drink. Spicy, but perfect for the weather. Good call, Logos. Happy to please. That's the case, let me join your patrol, Pops. Cause I'm not scared of ghosts. Real beings scare me more. Wait a sec, kid. What I mean by ghosts, eh? Jumping the gun a little there, ain't ya? I don't know, Pops. Maybe it's even something crazier than that. This is a really serious problem, kid. Don't joke around like that. Sorry. Interesting. You know something? No, not me. But she might. Right, the tree, wasn't it? Oh, yeah. What about Miss? It's your turn to finish your thought. Let's just see. Oh, we should have an update for Georgie. Still lactose intolerant. And also the tea. I'm not sure if this can be any use at all, but... Officer, are you aware of the story behind that tree? Huh. Recall what you said earlier. People often leave remembrances around it. What do you mean by that, miss? Well... It's because someone passed away there. What? Allow me to explain. I mentioned there was once a flea market on the street, correct? Right. They called it the ferry market. It was unofficially set up by the transients of the community. Transients being the government's term for unregistered citizens, including all the other uncategorizable beings at the time. Fairies were a part of that. Huh. Remember learning about it? After the war, the government made its first official attempt to sort things out. Organizing equitable classifications was thought as one of the first steps towards civil peace. It was oversimplified, inefficient, and not speedy enough. Was that all before the Vindication Act? Way before that. Many who couldn't register were basically administrative limbo. What? That's as good as like not existing at all. Really, that's horrible. It was the main reason why the ferry market was created in the first place, to ensure transients' survival throughout the changing times. In more ways than one. The market had no real schedule, therefore the start of Fairy Week would be marked by flowers strewn along the intersection, just so people would notice and come and take a look. Sounds kinda too low-key, no? Cause it was illegal, silly. Oh. And that was exactly the problem. The market ran day and night, its format unchanging. At the same time, the economy was slowly reshaping the landscape. People started to spend more, becoming reckless, while the laws were still shaky at best. Then a tragic incident occurred one night. A drunk driver was speeding and went off course, striking a vendor there. And the only evidence left of the crime was that tree, standing where there was no tree before. Wait a second, what? Why do you never hear about it? How long ago was this? The accident occurred in 1959, but the market itself was forcibly disbanded in 1961. Happened before I was born, huh? Yeah, I remember everything now. It was actually quite an infamous case, wasn't it? But due to the nature of the beings involved, most people couldn't help but, well, forget. Huh? We're talking about the late 50s to early 60s here. Post-war media was still quite scarce. And remember, the drunk driver was also the son of a very wealthy individual. Oh, correct. But that wasn't exactly the part that made the case so infamous. It was due to the fact that no body per se, as well as the vendor being a transient with no legal ID or paper trail. As a result, the court had no choice but to dismiss the case. But there was a body, wasn't it? Just not the one people might expect. You mean the tree? Right. When semi-spiritual beings like us pass on from the physical world, some may leave specific landmarkers behind. Not all can do that though. Us banshees don't do that. You don't? No, we simply disappear. Sorry if I'm getting this right. The tree couldn't be used as evidence because it wasn't classified as remains yet. The witnesses were in the same boat, no paper trail. So the driver's lawyer took advantage of those loopholes. And that's messed up. Beyond messed up, Pops. Whoa. I'm boiling. I'll take a further look into this more, miss. But I have a question for you. Yes? You think the vandalism has anything to do with the tree removal? I don't know. I suppose it might depend on when the acts of vandalism began. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, I better get going then. It's almost time for my shift. Okay, officer. Break a leg, Pops. I'd rather not. Stay safe. Will do. I'll keep you all posted. I better go as well. Got an early shift tomorrow. So one thing I want to confirm though, if you don't mind, miss. Yes? It's about the Ferraris passing and how everyone ends up forgetting about them afterwards. I really thought that was just a myth. I guess not. Unfortunately. That is why there used to be memorabilia around that tree. They were efforts by those who remembered to preserve the memory. But it wasn't enough, was it? Else we'd still have the tree. Really makes me question my memory. Are there any people I might have forgotten? Were there events I missed? It's quite scary to think about. For beings like us, being forgotten is inevitable. So, no need to feel bad about it. Is that so? Oh, I didn't catch your name by the way. I'm Gala. Oh, I'm Lucas. Nice to meet you, sir. Well then, nice meeting you. Good luck with your future auditions, Miss Irona. Thank you. See you around. Bye, Logos. Take care. You okay? It's getting real late. Still want to talk, but you're tired. Let me know. Have you eaten? Do you want something to eat? We don't sell food here. You don't? No wonder your place is always empty. Well, just kidding, Logos. Don't hate me, please. Well, do you want another drink, maybe? I wouldn't mind one. Nice. What do you feel like having? Something without milk, with a fresh feeling and some brightness to it. I'm also quite partial to the blue pea tea. Oh, okay. I'll order something for you. May I? Sure. No ghost. Could you try this mix? Saw this pretty drink in the video and it looked perfect for our lady. Yep. What's it? A blue pea as a base, a lot of mint, and a splash of lemon. So that means it's blue pea, mint and lemon, right? Tomate ne. Blue pea, mint, and lemon. Oh, I think I had this before. Also, hold on. I think it's raining out there. I need to check on things. Here you go. Here you go, miss. Oh, I didn't have it before. I thought I did. Witness the morphine nebula as the lemon is poured in the cup. Magical and refreshing. From the man sitting right beside you. Looks really nice, really pretty. I like it, thank you. I'm glad you do. And wow, logos. Looks exactly like what I envisioned. You're a G. Happy you both enjoyed it. But man, that whole case earlier though was a lot to take in. Also about the whole forgetting thing. That really gave me chills. Why? Don't you feel scared of just disappearing in the end? Cause I do. That's why I thought I finally understood you too. I mean, the reason why you wanted to become a soprano your way. The traditional way. Oh, care to compare notes? Because I've yet to be entirely certain about that myself. Oh, huh. Now that's what you call huge pressure. For that though, can I ask a little teeny tiny question? Go ahead. What inspired you to go down this path? I mean, I may have an idea of why you're choosing the hard way, but why soprano in the first place? Because it's been done before. Pardon? Because there was already a banshee who did it before. So I know it's not impossible. Whoa, for real? Her part was that of a soiree aria, and she was not very well known. What's a soiree aria? Oh, I mean she was a secondary character. Back in the early 19th century opera, soiree arias would be sung towards the end of the second act, usually before the evening ended. Hawkers would use the time to offer their wares for the last time to the patrons, often desserts, hence soiree aria. Oh, I see. Like background singing at the end of a show or something? Yes. Things are different nowadays because people are expected to listen to the end. The first time I heard her voice was on an old recording of a comedy opera. I was still very young back then. She was playing a confused maid role at the very end of the opera, wondering why and how people could act so crazy when in love. But despite her confusion, she thought she wasn't so old that she couldn't find out the reason herself. Now I'm getting concerned if the thunder can be heard on the stream. I mean, it fits the setting, I guess. But I'll stop after this day, just so that in case it doesn't interrupt, and also my power doesn't go up. So funny epilogue to the opera. But hearing a banshee sing such a playful and light-hearted piece, it was truly an eye-opener for me. Oh man, but it was. Sadly, I couldn't find any of her other works, but it always stuck with me nonetheless. So I left my commune and started trying on my own. It's really cool and brave of you to do so. I agree. I've never talked about this before. It's a bit embarrassing. Nah, don't be embarrassed. I think it's super cool. You're just feeling inspired to push yourself beyond what's expected of you, and wishing to leave a mark on this world. Is that what you think? Uh-huh. You're just trying to follow a path that's been traveled before. And that's not always a bad thing, especially for beings like us. Just being careful, yet courageous. Right, because the path you're choosing to walk on is still difficult. Regarding leaving your mark, I don't know. I just feel maybe you're the same as me. Like, what's the point of being born if nobody is going to remember us? Right, Logos? No comment. Aww. Why do you want to be remembered so much? Why wouldn't you? Us banshees see the end differently than most. So, care to enlighten me? Uh, I can't speak for anyone else, but in my case, I was a kid who grew up in a large family, you see? Like, humongously large. Literally couldn't count all my siblings even if I wanted to. Cause they're everywhere, thanks to my dad. Oh. You weren't wealthy though, not even close. Money situation was always suffocating us for real. Sometimes dad would drop by to give us some money. No, it wasn't even enough to cover utilities for more than a couple of months. Then he'd just leave again a couple days later. Are you the eldest? Nope. But my older bros had already moved out by the time I hit high school. So surprised when my dad gave me the house after he died. Oh. Which is where my mom and siblings live now. Sorry to hear about your father. No, it's fine. I mean, yeah, it was weird to receive the news of his death from an attorney, knowing he passed away by himself, and how it took them a week to find out. Oh. Natural causes, by the way, so, I mean, how do you check out with absolutely no one knowing? Where were my other siblings? What happened to his ladies? It's just so crazy to me. And I guess it just kind of haunted me. Haunted how? When life growing up was filled with disappointment over him, you know? I mean in the best way possible. My disappointment actually drove me to work hard for my family. Just vilified him in my mind, like shaking my mental fist at him. Gotta do so much better than you, sir, and all that. I see. Then I received the news that he left me the house. Like, I know he had no money. House is probably one of the only assets he had left. So when he gave me the house in his will, all I could think about was what went through his mind exactly. The fact that he had a will at all was probably already a surprise for you. Exactly! What am I supposed to think of that? What am I supposed to think of him? And does it even matter anymore? When he's already long gone? Anyway, so my older brothers came back, right? They wanted me to sell the house and divide the earnings, wanting a slice of the inheritance pie, huh? You didn't do that, right? Heck no! That's why I left for LA. So if they really wanted me to sell the house, they have to chase after me. Good call. Thankfully, my younger siblings and I are pretty tight. We're a good team. That's a relief. But that was also why I needed money fast. Needed to send money to help with my family's bills. And of course, so I could stay alive as well. So I ended up having to join the production house. The production house. Yeah, it was like a bunch of content creators getting together to make videos every day. Young and naive too, you know? Because it was first time venturing to another state completely alone after all. So I didn't know better how predatory things could be. Man, this isn't even going to be an entertaining story. If you're uncomfortable, you don't have to talk about it. No, no, it's not that. I just really didn't like that production house. But I needed the money. Someone there saw my vlogs and invited me in. And as one of the youngest there, I tried to get along with everyone. Mm-hmm. But you see, we're all creators in the entertainment industry, right? Which means we all had huge egos. But naturally, there was somewhat a hierarchy of sorts. Trying to be the all-round helpful turned me to the butt of the joke all the time. That didn't discourage me all that much, by the way. I mean, I also learned a lot there, not gonna lie. Still, what ended up destroying my real power was actually something real close, you know? Myself. What do you mean by that? Well, in a house where everyone wants to be the main character, each of us would need a solid, distinct persona, yeah? Eventually, I was assigned one too. Which was supposed to be a good thing, but they wanted me to be the worst version of what I am, essentially. With heavy emphasis on what. I had a lot of nicknames too, like, hey yeah, baby goat. Boy up to now, Saturday boy. Here comes the party goatee. Mr. Access. You gonna go fishing again tonight or what? Fishing? We had to go out and try and hit on people. And we weren't allowed to come home unless we failed spectacularly or scored. Ooh, I always tried to be the punchline though. Because there were always more views when something ended badly. But it's still the worst cause I really had to act it all out, you know? Bothering people for pretend dates to be a sort of dumb jerk just for jokes. Just so it all looks fun for the camera. Even if it's scripted, I never really liked doing it, honestly. Because in the end, all of it reminded me of my dad. Myself of my dad, you know? And I kept thinking, does the apple never fall far from the tree after all? So yeah, the whole thing was just really sucked. You have had it difficult. Yeah? Well, long story short, being tokenized sucked. The end. No disagreement there. Sorry, I swear that wasn't what I wanted to talk to you about. It's fine. I actually learned a lot this evening. I just didn't want to take up more of your time. So can I just ask you a direct question? Sure. Great. We'll be interested in guest starring on my new show. Ah? I realized I was being dumb the day we first met. Kinda forced my thoughts on you was just being a general smartass. Undermine your straightforward efforts because I was jealous of your solid resolve. Since everything I did was anything but. But you succeeded eventually, didn't you? You worked hard for it. Yet I almost ended up losing sight of why I'd been doing all this in the first place. Went in the flow, make excuses a lot, all to justify the gain. But to what end? That's why I've been trying to put together a talent showcase for those who needed extra exposure. Going to be a small production thing. If we paid, I swear. Not with exposure either. Though it won't be much at first. Because I don't have that much money ready to use in the moment, so... wait. This is a bit sudden, don't you think? No pressure though. How does the show work? Well, I'm not 100% sure of the shape of it yet. But ideally, you have like an interview at first, then I record your singing. I'll bring all the gear. I'll also be doing all the editing and stuff. Gonna take a bit of time since I still have my main show to do. But I did start my vlogging journey on my own too. So I bet you the result will still be quality. Your show will tank if I'm the first guest, you realize that, right? It does, then it doesn't deserve to exist. I don't care about haters, but you do. That's why I won't push you. Ah. I'm flattered. But no thank you. Okay. Thanks for considering me though. Thanks for giving it a thought. Looks like I have to go. Okay. It's nothing with what you said, okay? Just bad timing. Yes, I get it. Cool. I hope we can meet again like this. If you want to. Maybe? I'll take it. Thanks for your time too, Logos. Sorry if I bored you. No, truly, it was my pleasure. Cool. Okay, I really have to go. See you around? Safe trip. Alrighty, see you, Logos. Come again soon. I think tonight was the most I've talked in the past 2 years. And I'm quite glad to hear that. Thank you, Logos. For what? For being such a good host. I know I'm not the easiest being to get along with. It's always a pleasure to have you and everyone around. Then I'll be taking my leave. Feel like I have a lot to rethink. But I'll see you again soon. Then we'll be waiting, as always. Safe trip, Miss Fiona. And have a good night. Phew. I think I'm done for the night. Hope everything will work out for everyone. Lunar Cell Prototype. Golem Culture. Elven Metal Band Avatar. But in any case, I'm also going to save here and stop just in case the power cuts out in the storm. So see you next time, and hopefully the thunder doesn't really get captured much. Bye bye.